I trust this will suffice.
God smiles upon the generous.
Oh, away with you! Back to your cesspit, beggar! A land grotesque as its people. You dreamt of utopia. You saw the tribes united as one.
Oh.
That dream died long ago. You should have done the same. Your kingdom will perish alongside you. By my hand.
I cannot fathom it. His Majesty killed in his own bed.
The blooms upon the prince's grave had yet to wilt. Without an heir to wear the crown, what will become of the royal magic?
Thus vulnerable, an invasion might undo us.
From within or without, the state hangs on a precipice. It may even come to civil war.
In dark times, we must stand together.
Your Eminence!
Who could do this?
Few could even enter the king's chambers, let alone draw close. And yet,
His Majesty's arcane power could deflect near any blade. With all the royal bloodline's magic, who could harm him at all?
shadows stir in the castle just as they did with the prince. What hellbound soul could end a royal life? Who would dare such atrocity? Huh?
Luis.
A shame to die with no heirs. The prince was taken too soon. And only a king may wield the royal scepter, the very crux of his vaunted bloodline's magic, which made such a fine deterrent to war. One has to ask, them dead, who shall take the throne?
War is on the horizon. Before they command that I dry my pen, I must finish my final work. It is a tale of hope that may yet salvage this world. It isn't right. This idea of foreigners has only ever been a tool against the foreign. If we could end such prejudice, surely war would be next to fade. We would be free to travel to far-flung lands. The reality is, we are riddled with anxiety. We fight, we oppress, and magic is but a tool of war. Our world could be better. Can we not dream such dreams? In such a world, they need no sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and skilled labor. Glass spires reach the heavens, safe nights with no dark shadows, streets well-traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal. I know, just a daydream. Castle on a cloud. Yet I have faith. I believe that fiction can become hope, wielded by a worthy avatar. I believe a hero will stand true and change the world. After all, this world need not stay like this forever. The will to believe in something beyond us, indeed that, is what we call fantasy. Who's there? I can feel you watching me from a place beyond my sight. Whoever you are, please tell me. Does our world pique your interest?
Yes.
Pardon my curiosity. But would you tell me your name? That is to say, tell me who you really are. The one who meets my eyes across a strange threshold.
I am naked. Emerg. I'm Naked Emerg. Yes, my name is Naked Emerg.
Ah, a most unusual name.
You better believe it.
One I've never heard in our world.
Or in our world.
Which suggests to me you might reside in a world beyond ours. It is a curious thing that in your eyes, my entire world is but the dawn of a story yet untold. Or to put it another way, this is a fantasy. But can it truly be dismissed as something so far removed from you? If indeed you wish to cross to our world for a time, I would first ask that you indulge one question. Is fantasy limited to the confines of imagination? Would you call it a powerless creation?
Good question. Not always.
More than wishful thinking, more than fiction. Something capable of affecting the realities beyond its bounds. This must be what you believe. I confess, my own answer still eludes me. But consider, if fantasy is born from hope, a desire to make the world better than it is, then that hope can be made manifest. Thus does change come, and thus is fantasy forged into a new reality. Perhaps the story about to unfold before you will tell us. I'm thoroughly invested now myself, so let this tale begin.
Okay, it's the first playthrough, so I think we're just gonna do normal difficulty. I'm not some crazy gamer that can play on hard right off the bat.
Looks like we're in the clear. The capital's just through this desert.
Is it true then? The king is dead?
Aye, and the guards are more concerned with the funeral than keeping the roads safe. So now the monsters are roaming in broad daylight. No soldiers to stop them.
Monsters, huh? I've certainly been hearing the stories.
To say nothing of the vacant throne. There's a storm coming. Mark my words. That much is certain.
What's the problem?
They're bandits!
Come on, let's see some respect for the militia! Us folk, we're commoners. No crown or church will save us.
But Lord Luis will save us one and all. All we ask is a little tribute. You're with us or against us? And if you're against us...
An igniter? How'd they get one of those?
Come on, hey, keep it moving. Hurry it up. Next one. Huh? Look at you. What have we got here? He's an elder. So he is. No horns, no knife is. Filthy gremlin like you. What you got in the capital? Oh, what's this? Looks like you've been holding out on us, boy. Hold it! Should have listened to us, chum. Now fall in line! Let's all get stuck like us!
You drew steel. I take it you are prepared to die by it.
Stand aside!
I'm assuming that everyone in these cutscenes that has hair color that's outside the normal realm is going to be a named character, going to join my party at some
This place
point.
already feels like a death trap. You hear all that stuff about Lord Louis saving us? Hey, you okay? You still got all your limbs attached? Well, at least they didn't figure out our mission. Definitely could have gone worse.
What mission?
Come on! This is no time for jokes. You do know that if anyone finds out who we really are, it's all over, right? The mission's more important than either of our lives. If we screw this up, there's no going back.
That's a lot of stress to put on you at the very beginning of the game. Radia Desert.
Think we'll make it?
You don't look hurt though, so that's good news. You can move, right? I'm thinking we should find a place where we can see the whole area. Use L to move, R2 to dash, O to dodge, circle, to dodge enemy attacks. Some actions you can perform and their corresponding controls are displayed at the bottom of the screen. You can also use the minimap to see which way to go. You can view tutorials you've seen before in the main menu. Dodge. Dodge.
Stop!
I'm sensing something close. Don't move. Well, that's just disgusting.
Watch out!
Yeah, those look especially dangerous, so watch out. I don't think they've noticed us yet, though. Press L2 to use Phase Sight. This ability lets you see what Gallica senses in the environment. When you see an enemy you've never confronted before, it will show up as unknown. Prepare as best you can. Alright, well. You know,
Yikes.
let's go.
I think we're in a little over our heads.
I'm assuming I can't fight these things yet. Well, I have a sword. Can I fight them?
Look! Just checking, but you do remember what we're here to do, right?
Not a clue.
Right. What am I doing again?
Oh, I don't know. The mission that's more important than our own lives? First, we get to the royal capital and get you enlisted as a guardsman at the army's recruitment center. This could decide the fate of the whole country. We either do our jobs or we die. And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather stay alive. So we've got to see this mission through. Come on. We don't want the sun to go down on us in the wastes. Let's pull ourselves together and get back on the road. You know what they say. Anxiety breeds the world's cruelest monsters. I mean, fairies say that at least. I can at least cast my usual spell for you. It's the small comforts, right?
Right.
Still music is playing directly in my mind. The effect of Gallica's magic is inspiring.
Magic this world ever knew, after all. Makes the road a little easier.
You have any other music?
Look,
You have Spotify in your bag of tricks?
over there.
Grand Trad is already in sight.
Let's go. Got a sec?
Like we've got some blue orbs.
Watch out!
Medicinal herb.
I don't like this.
Any more items I can pick up?
I think we'll be okay if we made it this far. Huh? Not good! Run for it!
This land of 8 tribes and 3 nations, all blessed by the power of magic. The United Kingdom of Uchronia. The year is 785. Uchronia is shaken to the core by the sudden death of its king. Anxiety breeds dissent among the tribes. Disparities tear them apart, and no mortal mind remembers the heroic tales upon which their land was built. By this story of fantasy, may this faded world be painted anew.
O great seeker, bearer of fantasy empowered. Hear my wish, and come forth from thy epoch of glory to grant me thy something.
Whoa, just look!
Whoa.
Get on with it, then! Drop the dog! Hang him dead! Please! I've done nothing wrong! Lying dog! Don't try to deny it! You trample the law for the fun of it!
Let it be known, for misuse of an igniter, you will hang by the neck until dead!
Yeah!
There's no way that crowd was going to listen to anything a Paribus said.
Such a shame. Might you spare some coin? Bless you. Oh,
careful!
Hurry!
Don't you have any street smarts?
No.
Come on, kid! Look, we're not tourists here. We gotta stay focused.
Right.
You noticed back on the wagon? You might be the only elder here, in the whole city even. The capital's incredible. Just look at all the different tribes. You never see this kind of diversity out in the countryside. Not that it's very balanced. I see more Plamars and Roussants than anyone else. Which means a dopey Elda kid's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Try to keep your head down, okay?
There's like a lot of different races, I guess, is what they would be in this world.
Hey, did you hear what they're saying about His Majesty? They say it wasn't illness at all. I heard it was foul play, assassination. Shh, careful who hears you say that. But it's just like the prince, isn't it? They say he was attacked in the dead of night. A war of succession is coming, I tell you.
Sounds like monsters have been prowling the countryside. They're sending the guard out to deal with them. The army's really gone to hell. It's a far cry from when we had Count Luis at the helm, I'll tell you that much.
Hard to see how the nation can come back from this.
We'd not have to ask if the prince was still alive.
Everything's gone to shit.
The king dead, his son stricken. Are there none left to bear the weight of the crown?
We've done all in our power, but not even the kingdom's best, the saint, could purify this affliction.
Over 10 years he has languished under this curse. How much longer can his body hold out? No doubt His Highness would protest. But since he cannot, we have no choice. For the man who cursed His Highness and murdered our king, there can be no mercy. I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
Okay, so I'm infiltrating the military to deliver a message to a guy on the inside. Got it.
Hey, are you listening?
I thought I was.
I guess I can't blame you for feeling nostalgic. You and the prince were pretty close. Anyway, getting to the capital was only the beginning. Now comes the real high-stakes part. You gotta go get enlisted so you can meet up with our operative. Remember, nobody here knows who we are. Nobody here knows the prince might still have a claim to the throne. That means if we get busted, that's it. Nobody's gonna save us. Step 1. Let's figure out where the recruitment center is. Shouldn't be too hard, considering the need for soldiers. So?
Do you know where we're going? Feel free to admit that you're lost and ask me for advice. What to know in town. Press R1 to open the local map. If you're unsure of what to do, try pressing triangle. Gallica always has good ideas, or so she thinks. Press up in the D-pad in safe areas like towns to save your progress.
Whatever will I do?
All right then.
Oh, cool. San Lumio Street. Oh.
Let's go see.
You don't have time for detours right now. If you're lost, check your map. Just go straight down the main street and you should find the recruitment center. How hard could it possibly be, you moron? Oh, we can save too. Chat, 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 chat.
Oh, come on,
Stop!
May I ask you to step away from the accumulator? That goes double for one of your tribe. The hell's an accumulator? Damn, Elda. I can spare no more of my time entertaining your stupidity. You have no business here, then be gone. You're getting in the way of my work.
That's terribly unfair. Well met, eh?
What's going on?
Oi!
Here we are, Grand Trad. Frankly, I don't have good things to say for how Parapists are treated here. We know, we don't need you telling us. We got attacked by a monster in our hometown. We had no choice but to come here. Regardless of how we're treated here, we gotta make it work.
Oh my.
So it seems like Elda, which is what we are, aren't the only people that are treated poorly. Elda, you walked all the way here? Don't tell me, you ran into some trouble, huh? Oh, hold on, probably kicked out of the carriage, were you? My sympathies, that's being Elda for you, I suppose. Hey, how do you know? You got kicked out of the carriage. That's exactly what happened.
Elden rubbish.
Hey, mister.
Wait, can we go in here?
Elden rubbish.
Oh.
Seriously, a tavern? Let's not put food before the mission. We can always come back later. But we love food.
Hey, mister.
Oh, come off it.
Ah, it's an Elda. Why is one of your kind here in Grand Trad? What's wrong with me being here? Isn't it obvious? The church has made it clear. The Elda wield devilish magic that defies the teachings of sanctism. Devilish magic, she says. If you were so magical, I doubt you'd have such a hard life. She's aggravating, but let's not cause a scene. Who else can we talk to?
Damn.
So you?
You look interesting. An Elda, huh? Pretty unusual in these parts. Oh, not trying to be rude. Just mind yourself. This city ain't the friendliest to us inferiors. Does that bother you? I'm fine. Parapist tribe or not, I could knock those fools 6 ways from Idol's Day. Alright.
Simply amazing.
And what is it?
Yeah. Okay, let's go. Alright, good talk.
An elder? Here? Oh God, grant me guidance. Close your aim.
The royal funeral for His Majesty the King will be held at the Grand Cathedral. Naturally, His Eminence Forden will be in attendance as well. You may gather at the Grand Cathedral on the day of the event.
Grant me guidance.
Look at that. The new model's out now. I could be out there slinging spells like a master if I had one of those.
Oh, so you need something to cast spells. Some kind of implement.
I guess that's the big city for you. Everyone and their mother has a magic igniter. So many different types, too.
And that's what the guy was hung for whenever we first came into the city, was misuse of an igniter. So I guess he was allegedly misusing magic.
What's a magic igniter?
See? There's a couple in the window. Like an instrument plays a tune, an igniter casts magic. Pretty hard to come by out in the countryside. Can't imagine what it's like having to wave around some shiny stick to use magic. Me? I can whip out magic anytime I like. And I can even see the magla in the air. Though, I'm not exactly an archmage.
Is the magla this shit I'm seeing all over the place, or is it something else?
Wonders never cease. A fairy and an elden child. Are you new to our fair city? Well, I suggest you keep a low profile.
Everybody keeps saying that.
Trust me when I say you don't want to catch the eyes of the lords and ladies. Ah, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I run this humble shop. Are you in the market for an igniter? Here's something that might catch a foreigner's eye. This is modeled after the royal scepter and would make the perfect souvenir.
I'm guessing I don't have the money for that. Yeah, how much?
How much is it?
You're not really going to fall for that, are you?
Just curious.
How would you even know what the royal scepter looks like to begin with?
I don't care, I just want to know how much it is.
You've really never heard of it. Wow. Where do I even start?
A symbol and instrument of the crown's sovereignty. Passed down through generations. If you believe the legends, it houses incredible magic. World-shattering power. More practically, you might call it the world's most potent magic igniter. And in the king's hands, it was enough of a deterrent to stave off invasion.
Now he's dead, with no living heir either.
Tragic, isn't it? Kingly magic is of little use without a king. You picked a bad time to visit, boy. I don't know why you're here, but there's trouble brewing.
I'll keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
A word of caution, then. Your survival is your own responsibility.
Yep, that's usually how it works.
Well, that was unnecessarily ominous. She has a point, though. We'll need to be careful. Anyway, we don't have time to hang around chatting with the locals. We've got a recruitment office to find.
Let's head there.
New memorandum. I joined the army because I looked up to Lord Luis, but now I get my arse handed to me if I so much as mention it. What's the state army gonna do now? We won't find any decent recruits given the messy state of things currently. Well, I'm about to join up, so, you know. Prepare yourself. Oh, the recruitment place? Go down the street towards the cathedral and it'll be the building on the left. You looking to enlist as a soldier? Not like there's other work for elders, I guess. Don't make assumptions, sir. You think you're better than the grime of Sunshade Row you crawled out of? You're in for a rude awakening, boy. Dick.
What am I to do?
Nobody expected His Majesty's passing. There's no heir either. The Sanctus Church had him wrapped around their finger. He was good as dead to begin with. My concern is how the annexed countries will react when they discover the royal bloodline is no more. I hope we can avoid a civil war. Me too.
Leave it out, mate.
Royal Capital, Grand Trad, Regalith Grand Cathedral. I was hoping that we'd blend in with the crowd and no one would notice you're an Elder, but the people here have sharper eyes than I thought. We don't want to draw attention, but hiding your tribe is only going to make it worse. People may insult you, but do your best to stand tall. Easier said than done, I'm sure, but it's for the sake of the mission. And on that note, the recruitment center we're looking for should be just ahead.
What are you playing at?
Let's go. I like your head box thing.
You there?
Young man, might I interest you in our shop's wares? This is no ordinary Mustari shop.
Sorry.
Oh, we're actually in the middle of something. We got something to do with the recruitment center. The recruitment center, if you're lost, it's the large building down the street and to the left. Stop by when you have time. I do business here all the time, so if you're in the area, do stop by. Okay? Be hard to miss because of whatever's happening on your head.
I'm out of ideas.
That's wrong, though.
Oh, sorry. Went the wrong way.
Hiya.
I heard that Katharina caught another huge bounty. Yeah, even the army couldn't pin down its location, so we were at a loss about what to do. The Parapets have a nose for those things, huh? She's putting the rest of us to shame. Alright. World building, character introductions. When I heard that His Majesty had been killed, I could hardly believe my ears. But he was a man indifferent to festivities. His death will not cause any disruptions. As long as we have His Eminence Sanctifex Forden, this country will be safe. Sanctifex? Sanctifex?
Excellent.
The hell of a name. Rumor has it Forden will become the next king, but the decision is a ways off yet. It's the duty of all Ishkia to guide the ignorant masses.
have left me, I believe.
I agree. There's no future more dismal than having a rogue as a ruler. Roag? Rogue? These are all words, and I have no idea what they mean. Can I go this way?
That's wrong, though.
Nope.
Come off it.
Okay. I guess this is where we want to go.
That must be the recruitment center. I'll let you take it from here. It should be pretty straightforward. Oh, and if they start asking questions, just be as honest as you can. Lying will only make us more suspicious. So long as you don't compromise the mission, you're fine. Good luck in there. Knock 'em dead.
So be as honest as possible while not telling them the truth. Got it.
Okay, you got this.
A blue blood, are you?
A blue blood.
The army's no place for velvet-swaddled lordlings. Why are you here? Perhaps your noble family collapsed under its own weight. Is that it?
Lineage seems a strange measure for a soldier's worth. I'm looking to enlist. Is that enough for you or not?
An uppity one, aren't you? Fine, lordling. Welcome to the Guard, where it'll be your privilege to die screaming and bloody in service of your country. But mark my words, war will turn your arrogance to piss. When your corpse is plucked from the mud, do try to look patriotic.
And you make joining the army sound so inviting.
Rousing words, Captain. You think threats will buy loyalty? No wonder nobody respects the Guard anymore.
Damn.
But I'm here now, so perhaps the kingdom isn't a lost cause.
Insolent pup! You will learn your place.
Don't. The healers have enough on their plates already.
Be gone, and be thankful you're still in one piece. All right, next. Hurry it up. Huh, an elder. I thought your kind was long gone. Age 18. An orphan, too. The army can always use more of those. So, what brings you to enlist?
I need the money.
I need the money.
Huh. Pragmatic, if nothing else. But I suppose a vagrant like you could use the work. So, what can you bring to our beloved corps? Any skills to speak of?
Can take a lot of
I
punishment.
can take a lot of punishment.
Really now? I'd not have guessed. Sounds like an invitation to me.
It's not what I meant.
Right, last order of business. Make your mark or sign your name if you're actually literate.
Please enter the name of this story's protagonist. We're gonna be named... God damn it. See if it'll let me pick that. The name of the protagonist is Goddammit. Yes, sir.
You know your letters, do you? We'll get some use out of you yet. All right, lad. Welcome to the Guard.
Alright, goddammit. Welcome to the Guard.
Yes!
I'm sure you heard about the monster sighting, so stay sharp out there. We're short-handed as it is, so be a good lad and try not to get killed on your first deployment.
No promises.
You can pick up your kit at reception. Standard issue guardsman armor and igniter. Kingdom property. So if you break it, it's coming out of your commission.
Ooh, I get a free igniter.
On your way now. Up to. Next.
What a long line. Guess we've got no choice but to wait our turn.
Whatever.
You're so young. Are you enlisting too? Well, not much choice if you don't have money or a job. Reeve makes the world go round, as it were. You want a magic igniter? Join the queue. Cutting's only gonna get you chewed out. I just leave. Just ahead of the door is waiting quarters for new recruits. I can hear their passionate voices that have yet to experience the battlefield. Alright.
Whoa.
You enlisting as well? The line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something... the line starts behind me, if so. Or was there something you needed? Are you really a noble? I take it you overheard my interview? Yes, guilty as charged. I am a noble, but just a countryside son of a lord. My family is of no real consequence. Well, let's just say I have my own circumstances. I'm volunteering to fight in order to protect the kingdom. Foolish or not. They said tribe don't matter in the army, but they'll probably put me up front as a meat shield. Not that I can find better work. Wish I could serve Count Louis. Louis? My army's built on merit, so even a Parapus stands a chance.
What's the world coming to?
Blast it. I came to enlist because I heard you can make a quick reeve here, but they really make you work alongside creepy Elda. You jerk. The Parapus I can deal with, but Elda are right ominous. Alright, let's just stare at him. Quit your gawking. Why, I could tell a guard you looked at me funny and you'd be marched to the gallows before you could blink. I don't think anyone would care what an Elda has to say. You'd hang, so you'd better shape up. Let him say what he wants. Fighting someone like him would just be a waste of energy. It sounds like a good time to me. What's over here?
Wait!
Where are you going? You need to enlist. This is where I came from a minute ago. Alright, let's get in line. Join the queue.
I heard they get sightings.
What? Of those huge monsters? You think that's why we're low on soldiers? Wish they'd have told us that. What did they call them? Something like, human...
Next. Another Clamar.
Wait. No. You don't look like the others.
What's a Clamar?
Surely not. An elder? It's the first of your kind I've seen.
Move it. There's a priority around here. We're arming squires and children with igniters now. Waste of good gear. It's better off in my hands. Give it here.
Brute force, crude insults. The world is yours for the taking.
Care to say that again, boy?
We all have our reasons to enlist. Now get back in line.
Oh, another high and mighty Clamar, is it? You think your pretty words will measure up to pure Rusant strength?
So the Clamar have horns, and the Rusants have, like, elf ears, the pointy ears? Maybe that's what the difference is?
Oh, forget the tribes. This is a matter of pride. Now, you owe us both an apology.
Come on, no fighting in the ranks.
Sorry for making a scene. You all right?
Thanks.
Thanks. You didn't have to do that.
Just felt like stepping in. Don't worry about it. Well, see you around. Try not to die out there.
Are we now best friends?
Don't make my job any harder, please. Here, your igniter.
I literally had nothing to do with that. How can you say I'm making your job harder
These days,
when it was
most
the other guy
own
being a
magnet
dick?
crystals. So with practice, anyone can use magic. To an extent, anyway. It's not the sort of thing you can master in a day. For now, newbies like you best focus on surviving.
The thing around his neck is apparently a magic igniter. The captain I spoke with earlier had one too. They must take on many different forms, like I saw on the main street.
And take this too. Protect it with your life.
Royal Capital Vicinity Map.
Wow, that's a real map.
Wow.
It's dangerous to even chart the wilds, but this is full of details. Only the military could pull this together.
Listen up, striplings. My name is Captain Klinger, and as of this moment, you miserable lot are under my command. I'm sure you've all heard about our forces being tied up with the funeral proceedings for His Majesty. But if you think you're on cushy security detail, think again. First, you will be deployed to a fortress at the northern border, where you will be trained into true guards. Our veterans there will teach you the one thing you need to master if you're to survive. Pain.
Pain.
Perfect. That's exactly where our contacts hold up.
Enjoy tonight's sleep, because it's the last full night's rest you'll get. Dismissed!
Look at all the other recruits. They really are desperate for new blood. Oh, right. I know you don't know what our contact looks like yet, but he'll know you by your sword. He'll also know right away why we've come. And don't worry, I'll recognize him. Well, the charming captain is probably right. We should get some rest before tomorrow. Hey. You awake?
Thought we were going to sleep. Nope, I'm asleep.
Nope, I'm asleep. Good night.
Haha, very funny. Look, I just have a lot on my mind. Can't seem to fall asleep. I'd heard about what it was like in the capital, but still, when you hear and see all this prejudice out in the open, it's a lot. You okay?
It never gets easier.
Never gets easier.
Yeah, I could tell. Try to put it behind you, okay? Some people are even saying it's the lesser tribe's fault that the monsters are showing up at all. These are the same kind of people who burned down your village, remember?
Yep.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, but still. The prince was kind to take you in. He cared more about who you were than what you were. I can see why you'd want to repay him. Oh, speaking of, he's the one who gave you that book, right? Can I see it?
What book?
Oh, I don't know. The one lying right there that you're always carrying around? Good thing those bandits weren't much for reading, huh? Thanks. It's what you call a fantasy story, right? So it's a fantasy world made up by the author. The prince loved those kinds of stories. Okay, let's see. It says the young traveler was amazed by the world he saw. In this world, there is only one tribe. All people accept each other, and no soul is born into discrimination. Wow. So not even any fairies? I guess less differences means less to argue over. In such a world, there is no need for sorcery. A megapolis is built through learning and labor. Towers of glass that reach the heavens. Safe nights with no dark shadows. Busy streets well traveled. And in the laws of these emotionally satisfied people, it reads, all lives are equal.
Ish.
Whoa. I see. No magic, no tribal conflict.
A very idealized description of the world.
It really does sound like a fantasy. But it's strange to feel envious of a fictional world. Hey, are you asleep already? You know how hard it is for me to turn these pages on my own? Well, guess I'll just read more later. Good night.
Record the events thus far? Sure, why not?
Shouldn't you be resting? I'm fine. In fact, I'm glad we have this chance to talk.
Is this the prince?
I've been reading, and I hope that someday we can make our kingdom like the place in this book. You said it was some kind of fantasy novel, didn't you? Our lives are decided at birth, by tribal purity, or by the differences that make us who we are. I don't want that to be the world we live in. The Elder here are a perfect example. If you'd not sheltered me, I would never have survived. And yet, they burned your home down.
Is the prince an Elda as well?
It's tragic.
Or does he have like
no one should have to suffer so.
pointy ears behind that hair that we can't see? Doesn't look like it. No horns?
You okay? Don't push yourself so hard. Reality is much too cruel. I know that. But I'll fight it. I'll fight to the end. I'm a prince. But I need to be a hero. One worthy of the throne. A hero? One who can lead. A beacon who will pierce the darkness when all seems lost. My father taught me that. In his stories, the kingdom was full of legendary heroes. So I can't give up. In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Not that I expect it will be easy. I believe in you. Familiar words. When I'm down, when I struggle, you're always there to help me through it. Let's do it. You'll be a hero. Trust me.
If that's the same curse that has trapped him now, I guess so.
I won't give up either. Trust me.
until arrival at the northern border fort. 1 day remains.
That's different.
Let's see.
Wonder how far we've come. Let's find our destination, the northern border fort. You can view information about your surroundings in the world map. You use left stick to highlight the location you want to learn about, and then press X.
Let's see. That's where you want to go.
That's the army campsite we spent last night there.
Hold on.
Let's see here.
Grand Trad. It'll probably be a while before we go back.
This place. Hold on.
Let's see here.
Was the plan to camp out there tonight? The fort's just past it.
This place here.
Guess we're just going straight
Don't
there.
forget.
The northern border fort. This is where our contact should be, so hopefully we find him quickly.
Okay.
So let's go. All we can do for now is rest. We have a big day tomorrow.
The carriage transporting the new recruits arrives at its destination.
Idol's Day.
The northern border fort. The towering fortress was built during the Annex War in the mountains at the edge of the territory. Even now, soldiers are sent there for its strategic importance to the royal capital and to combat the rising waves of monsters. Fresh-faced soldiers disembark from their coaches at the foot of a steep ascent to the fort, the first of many uphill battles.
Oh, finally. Can hardly feel my legs.
Listen well, you lackwits. The battlefield is no place to sit on your asses, and the border front is always a battlefield. The call to arms could sound at any time. Stand to, curs. You have the honor to serve at the command of Captain Klinger, war hero, tactician, master of arms. When I earned rank in the trenches, forged in the blood of my comrades.
Spare us this drivel. Say, friend, I'm curious. What is it about that book that's captivated you so?
World with no magic, a world with only one tribe. It's hard to explain.
It tells of a world united as one tribe.
No discrimination, eh? A far cry from our world, then. So it's describing a better world. A utopia, perhaps. I'm something of a reader myself, but that's not like any book I've read. You know, when the late king took the throne, he was quite the idealist himself. He made grand claims about unifying the people under his rule. Never managed to do it in the end, of course. Reform takes more than high-minded, eloquent speeches. Maybe he was too blind to see that himself.
Listen to you. A babe with his first sword thinking he knows better than a king. Keep your mouth shut. No one cares what you think.
Actually, no one cares what you think. We were having a conversation and no one asked your opinion.
Nobody asked you.
Exactly.
Something to say? Go on. I'm listening.
Yeah, let's fight.
It's a fight you want. Draw your blade.
Didn't think you'd just challenge me straight out. You've got guts for a lesser tribesman. Well, Clemar, I'll let it go this time. But only because I like your friend. Next time, keep your complaining to yourself.
That's the last thing I need. Though I suppose I deserved it in part, speaking ill of the dead and all. My mouth tends to get ahead of my thoughts sometimes. Although, I'm glad a bad habit seems to have drawn us together. Oh, never got round to an introduction. I'm Stroll. Leon Stroll, son of the Count of Harlia. And you are?
I'm goddamn it.
That's my name.
I have that right?
God damn it. I have that right. It certainly does.
For what it's worth, my title doesn't mean much. Here and now, we're peers and equals.
By the skin of my teeth! Now, where was I? Right, as for you, fresh meat.
Someone, help!
Is that a soldier? Hey, speak to me, man. What happened?
Listen. Stay on guard. It's too...
To what? He's unconscious.
Not one of mine. Must be one of the fort's guard. Those damn vultures across the border. They must have heard about the king's death. Anyway, to the fort. Double time. I'll stay behind to see to the poor bastard's wounds.
That sounds suspicious. Sounds like he's coming up with a reason to stay behind.
You want us to go on ahead? Alone? Shouldn't we at least send a team back to ask for...
I knew fear would take you at the first step. You want to turn tail? Are you a traitor to the cause? The Guard has no place for cowards. You are part of His Majesty's Royal Army. Swallow your fear, fight with pride, and we'll all have medals this time tomorrow.
He's right. We're warriors. Up there is our first chance at glory and riches. Damned if I'm gonna waste it. Let's go!
Damn it. Well, I suppose this is what we signed up for. Onward, to the fort then.
Hey, I've got a bad feeling about this. It's hard to explain, but it's like there's a stench in the air, and it's getting stronger.
Sorry, I farted.
Hey, did something happen?
Yeah, I farted, and my fairy friend can smell it.
Wait, is that a... fairy? Did you catch it yourself?
Yep, just over there.
Caught it over there a moment ago.
You did not! I'm not a bug, and I'm not an it! My name is Gallica, for your information.
So you travel together? You've stayed well hidden for quite a while.
Well, I didn't want anyone making a fuss. But we've got bigger problems right now. I can't shake this feeling. We gotta be careful.
Agreed. I'll follow orders, but I'm not about to let this armchair general send me to my death. Let's take a moment, then head in once we're prepared. I assume you know how to use an igniter properly?
I'm not so sure. He's never used one before.
Nope, never
And
touched
he's a
one
commoner,
before.
so not much chance to.
Fair enough. Well, just stay behind me and you'll be all right. I swear I won't let you die. I'm with you.
Comrade Stroll. Stroll, a brave fighter trying to conceal his nobility, has become your ally.
Oh, this is bad. I didn't think you'd actually have to fight anyone. I just hope our contact in the fort's okay. Let's keep our guard up and hope we find out. Okay?
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events, but don't lose sight of our mission, okay?
Here we go.
Be careful. Our contact should be inside, and we just have to find him. You're running with such purpose. What was that you were talking about? You said something about your ally?
Actually...
Oh, it's nothing. I was just worried about the soldiers inside. I see. Well, whatever the case, the situation concerns me too. Let's go inside.
This is...
Can I save here? Nope. In we go.